Well, damn, I
We
missed.
are live on Cage Side Seats YouTube, and sorry, iTunes, we are not live this week. It is Tommy, Theron, Texas, Arizona, and we're opening the show up with a Theron soapbox.
Yes. Which I'll just, you know what? I am going to shoot right from the hip. So, in this day and age of what is now WWE, we have what you would call a mise en place, if you will. I'm just using words that I've learned at my own pizza shack. A mise en place. Look that up. I don't even know what that means, actually. I think it's just forks and knives. So, what we have now is a WWE that is executive directed and produced by Paul Heyman and the WWE that is executive directed produced by Eric Bischoff. Could we possibly see the rise of WWE once again? Could we possibly see that? Or will we just see trash TV week in and week out? We've already got a case where we don't know if possibly Becky Lynch may or may not have impregnated Maria Kanellis Bennett. We also don't know if R-Truth will ever find his 24/7 title. He's looking for his baby, and he said his baby misses him, and he needs food. And in the world where Chris Paul is traded straight up for Russell Westbrook, minus a few draft picks, you've also got AEW. You got the fight for the fallen, in which a brother and another brother will team up. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about two Rhodes brothers, maybe Rhodes scholars. They'll team up to face off against I don't even know who, but we'll probably cover all that on this show. But let me remind you of one thing. Brock Lesnar is still a man amongst boys who could or could not cash in his money in the bank briefcase this Sunday at Extreme Rules. But will it be against the one Seth Rollins, who is basically taking a backseat to his girl, or will it be against the other one they call Kofi Kingston? Nobody knows, baby. I hate when he says that, by the way. I don't like it at all. I can't decide if I like the New Day or if I hate the New Day. I do like the Street Profits, though. I think what they're doing is pretty damn funny. In a, I don't know, pretty damn funny way. I don't want to say anything rude here. So will we move away from being PG and go into somewhat of an attitude era, or will we continue to be the best daggone podcast that there is, period? I don't know if my 2 minutes is up, but I know I'm thirsty. And I know that the Super Kick party is just around the corner. And I also know that Kevin Owens truly is God. He's a face or a heel or a heely face, and Paige be slapping chicks in the face. Let's get to the show.
I gotta cut that man's mic off.
Oh,
Cut that
sorry.
mic off, man. Sorry. Sorry, I was trying. I
No,
was signaling to the producer that we don't have, who's Anthony, who's lost in the Portland Wilderness right now. On assignment, as usual. So he's picking up where he is. He'll be back
well,
next week.
he told me he'd be here today. He told me last night I'll be here. Then he's like, you know what, guys? Not going to be here. What? It's like that
It's
time.
episode 90.
What?
It's episode 99.99 and a half. We're not quite to 100 yet.
No, we're not there. This is only a half an episode. Whoops. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry.
It's
Oh,
it's cool. It's still free for everyone.
yeah, there you go. It's free like the WW. No, that's not free. That's still $9.99 though, I think. I think they gave
It's,
up on that push though.
did you ever get the Bleacher Report app for AEW?
I did. So does that? Yeah. And you know what sucks? I got it and I started watching Fighter Fest, and then I guess I had ADD. I don't know what happened. I just decided I didn't care about the Joey Janela Moxley match. That match was pretty sick. Like I was watching the spots because there's highlights, and I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my god. And then Kenny Omega, dude, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega coming out as Street Fighter and Akuna. Oh my god, that was
That was sick.
awesome. And I didn't get it though. So I understood Matt and Nick as Ken and Ryu, and I understood Kenny Omega as Akuna. But that like his interest? Like, why did that guy come out and like rage like that? Did you see that at all? The rage?
I saw that part, but I don't remember. I was watching it. I might have half asleep, but that was a good match, man. Yeah, I recognize the Street Fighter part. And then Justin Roberts said, like, fight, round one, fight.
He did?
Yeah, Kenny Omega asked him to go over there and say, you say this?
Oh snap! I
And
didn't
they
even.
did like a Hadouken spot where they pushed him against the ropes and like launched fireballs at him.
What? I gotta go watch more highlights. I didn't see
Well,
that
I
part.
don't think Jim Cornette liked that.
He probably didn't. Why is he so angry? Is he mad because he failed as a promoter for Smoky Mountain Wrestling? I mean, he was a good booker. He was a good manager. He's a heck of a wrestling figure, but he just seems to hate everything. He hates WWE. He hates the Young Bucks. Why does he hate the Young Bucks? How can you hate Matt and Nick Jackson? Like, why does he hate them so much?
I don't know, man. I know they were beefing in ROH, or him and Kevin Owens were beefing in ROH way back in the day before he got signed to NXT.
So
I don't know, man.
is Jim Cornette still with NWA? They're a thing. They're back. NWA is an independent promotion featuring Nick Aldis, your boy,
Magnus.
and yeah, his name is Magnus. I think he's married to Mickey James.
He is, yeah. Good for him for that, man.
Yeah, I guess Mickey James is kind of old like me. So
Come on, man.
At
least he said like you too, man.
He probably has nice feet. Oh, sorry, Magnus.
Okay, man. Now you're shooting from the hip too much. You're off your soapbox.
This is an unrated un-PG episode. I'm sorry.
There's no producer to stop us. Yeah, it's the Attitude Era episode.
Nice feet, Charlotte Flair. They're ugly. I saw them.
Yeah, well, man. Look at on her IG looking at Andrade's feet.
No. Like, I don't know where I saw. I think you know what? It doesn't matter how I saw him. Let's just move on.
Let's move on to so it's a triple header. We got Evolve 131.
Wait,
yeah, live on the WWE Network featuring Adam Cole, Drew Gulak, Matt Riddle.
Are they defending their titles?
The NXT Championship is on the line. Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Akira Tozawa for some reason. From Cruiserweights?
Is Akira Tozawa back in NXT, or is this just like we'll just put these two together because Triple H don't even run 205 Live anymore?
I don't know, man. Yeah, there's their I don't know, man. I didn't really. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so WWE basically sent 4 wrestlers down there, and they're having 2 matches on the Evolve 10th anniversary card. It's live from Philadelphia, like in the I don't know if it's in the old ECW arena or not. It'd be pretty cool. It's on the WWE Network for free.
Well, wait. Oh yeah, I mean, because $9.99, but yeah, still that's dope.
Oh wow, it is in the ECW arena.
Wow, I might have to wait. Is that on Saturday?
It's on Saturday. I think they're saying they put on the WWE Network just to mess with AEW.
That ain't even right. And AEW is pay. You got to pay, right? You got to pay.
No, AEW is free on the Bleacher Report app too.
Oh, so AEW out here making side deals on Bleacher Report, huh?
Yeah, it's free. It's free versus $9.99 technically. So yeah.
So when is AEW going to start charging people for pay-per-views?
I think they do just their big ones like Double or Nothing, and then All In 2 is going to be a pay-per-view too.
Oh, okay. So
but you can buy it through the Bleacher Report app, yeah.
And they still don't have a champion yet. That match is until Fight for the Fallen 2 because I think it's Hangman versus Jericho. I don't know.
They're doing that August. All or Nothing or all out. Sorry, not All In 2. All Out.
John Moxley fighting at Fight for the.
John Moxley fighting Kenny Omega at All Out.
That's at All In 2 or at Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen this Saturday, and John Moxley's not there.
He's probably fighting in IWGP, defending that U.S. Championship or New Japan or whatever it's called.
I'm so confused. Yeah, people are just gonna bash us in the cause for not knowing all this.
I don't know. Dude. You can't. It's so hard because John Moxley is
he's jumping everywhere, man.
But yeah, he can wrestle wherever he wrestled an independent show where he fought didn't he fight Enzo and Cass? Speaking of them,
I think you did that, man. Oh yeah, Enzo. We're not supposed to be talking about news, but yeah, Enzo versus Joey Janela in a fist fight.
Is that a fight? Okay, so is that real or is that what's going on with that? Do you know?
I thought it was, man. I thought it was fake, but then they're still talking about it on social media. I feel like they're gonna. It's still like instead of going from a shoot to a work, like they're going backwards instead of a work into a shoot. I feel like they're working. They're going to have a match down the line. To be weird.
Janela exclusive. I don't know how AEW works. Obviously, they have John Moxley, but he can wrestle in other promotions.
I think Joey Janela's like that. Yeah, he can do his own promotion. Like Joey Janela's wrestling in a backyard on July 4th, and they had on they're streaming it on YouTube or somewhere.
That's pretty dope. I need to get into this business. If anyone's listening besides Paul Levesque and him, hire me. I'll be a writer. I'll be a director. I'll be a gopher. I'll be a towel boy. I don't really care. Put me in.
You'd be the muscle, man. You'd have your Shawn Michaels. You'd be Diesel.
Yeah, I could just show up one day as the muscle. I'm already halfway there. Look, I'm a security guard in a set of nightclubs or bars. That's where you start. That's where Scott Hall started. He was a bouncer. I think Kevin Nash too. All I need is an in. Here I am shamelessly plugging my stuff.
You can be the next Diamond Stud.
Yeah, and I'll just be the 35-year-old Diamond Dallas Page. He didn't start till he was 35, and I think he was a manager I don't even know.
Sure, man. You can marry a Nitro girl.
Hey, you know what? Well, would it be an AEW Fighter Fest girl though? Because
No, they have those? Do they really?
they don't have girls, but they had like girls at I think Fighter Fest. They had because I follow AEW on IG and I think I follow them on Facebook. Or there's like a group discussion, and they just had pictures of like some of the girls that were there. And Fighter Fest was like a video game tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Kenny Omega's really like into video games, like Xavier Woods.
But he's cooler than Xavier. So.
Oh, come on. Xavier Woods pretty cool. He just never wins on TV.
I'm sorry, Xavier. My bad. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I'm
He
sorry.
never He never wins, man. I did.
My brother. That was a low down, dirty, cheap shot, wasn't it?
You can say that, man. I can't say that on Heat. You can say that on Heat.
I don't know. They're taking my shine. I'm supposed to be the corny black dude, and they're over here doing it better than me. I don't like it.
What about Street Profits singing about smoke?
They're so much cooler, though.
They're already cooler than New Day.
I mean, right now, they're funny. Like, at first, I was like, oh, my God, this is, like, over the top ratchet. But it's not ratchet. They're just funny. Like, some of the stuff they were saying this last time was just funny. I was like, ha, that's hilarious. I laughed. I almost felt like Kawhi like Grant,
Kawhi like laughs, that creepy laugh, man.
Yeah, he's starting to talk a little more, but that's getting off track. Damn it. Yeah, the Street Profits are cool. It sucks for NXT because they keep losing their tag team champions to Raw, but whatever. Maybe they're just there to talk for a while. They're not necessarily. I don't know if they're getting called up. I mean, I think the Raw tag division is getting a little bit better because the club is sticking around. I guess Gallows and Anderson signed those new death contracts, 5 years that people are signing. You still have the Usos, right? Yeah, you got the Revival.
The Revival, yeah. Got
the Street Profits.
Yeah, their tag division's coming up, man. I mean,
where's AOP at? I don't even know what brand they're on.
I think someone was injured, but yeah, they're I don't know, man. They're just like in tag team hell right now, I guess. I don't know.
No, someone was hurt and they're cleared. So now, okay, let me ask you this. Maybe and we're supposed to be doing picks, but I just need to know. Do you think that with Heyman and Bischoff, all these people that have been getting maybe looked over, or maybe Vince was just so head in the clouds or whoever, that now that the formula might be changing, so we're going to start seeing these people more? Like, we already got Gallows and Anderson on TV more. I think EC3 might be getting a little bit more TV time. Drake Maverick's getting a lot. R-Truth has always gotten. Like, do you think these guys that Kevin Owens alluded to might start being on television more? Or do you think, like, nah, we're going to...
I think it's going to be a hard reset, man. Hopefully it will be. I hope it's just like everyone's get shaken up in a box and this Heyman and Bischoff are the ones who pick up the pieces and put the puzzle back together again. So, I mean, hopefully, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, not like I'm attached to too many people that are just going to get lost in the shuffle. But I don't know, guys like Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens coming back up. I mean, the rosters are so talented, man. It's really hard to screw up, but how WWE has screwed up over the last 3 or 4 months since WrestleMania. After a good WrestleMania, they screwed up ever since. So, I like to see it shaken up, and I think I like to see everything everything in play, man. Just to see, let them run and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean I think there's rumors that they're going to move away from having Shane on TV so much or whatever.
That's cool.
Which would be fine. I get it. He plays like that McMahon character, and I don't mind that, but we've already seen that. So it's like, give me something new. So maybe KO Shane McMahon is like baby Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, but I don't know if the new age kids will like it. I don't know what kids like. What do your kids like? Who do they like? Are they still looking for John Cena? Do they care about John Cena anymore? He's filming Fast and Furious 95, by the way.
They actually like Undertaker, man. They like Undertaker. They like Kofi Kingston. They like
I'm sorry. Okay, I like him. And
he flipped the bird to Samoa Joe the other day, 2 weeks ago.
And that's that new production, just like that Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett Kanellis angle, where she's just this crazy raging woman, and you're gonna get some more edgy stuff, and I'm excited for that. Hopefully that'll turn the corner. But it's almost like a direct response to AEW because they're out here doing open-ended chair shots, bleeding all over the place.
That's true, man. Yeah,
they're going crazy, and then they have some stuff where you're like, where Jim Cornette's like, that was stupid. I can't believe that they got a guy with no legs in the battle royal. God diggity damn it, hot damn it, that ain't wrestling. He's stuck in like 1987.
He really is, man.
I don't know why, And I'm like, and it's almost like I'll say this, and then we got to get to these picks. I guess it's like what Shannon Sharp was saying. This has nothing to do with wrestling, but he was talking about Dame Lillard saying how Michael Jordan would never go out and recruit players. Well, Dame Lillard, you'll probably never get a ring because you're stuck in the 80s. Unfortunately, the NBA has changed. There's a paradigm shift, and now, ever since LeBron had his way over the top publicity stunt with "I'm taking my talents to South Beach," this is what they do. It makes the NBA more exciting. And I'm moving on from that. I'm not even going to let you talk.
I'm gonna say. Oh, let me just say. Michael Jordan had Tony Kukoc, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen. I mean, that's like a big four. And what did you say, Steve Kerr? He punched Steve Kerr in the mouth one time at practice, I heard.
Yes, he did. He punched him directly in the face. Steve Kerr wasn't practicing hard enough.
That'll motivate Steve Kerr. Yeah, I'll punch you right in the damn mouth.
They said Michael Jordan started taking less money in the second, I think that last run, so that they could get, not necessarily sign like top-notch talent, but he was elevating these people. Like Kukoc turned into a beast. Good. Rodman, we all know Rodman, defensive player of like a lifetime. And then where do you find the Steve Kerr and the freaking who'd you? Well, yeah, you said Kukoc. Yeah, like
Scottie Pippen, man, 50 greatest players of all time too, man.
Pippen was a beast. Pippen took the Bulls. I don't know if they made the playoffs in them years where Mike was gone, but he carried that team. So
he did, man. They got made to like the second round each year, I think, or 1 year made it to the. Exactly. Well, he's only gone 1 year, and then he came back. He made it to 1 year. They lost to the Knicks. Yeah. With the Knicks and Rockets, and then the next year was the Magic and Rockets, and Michael Jordan came back at the end of the last month of the season. The Bulls lost to the Magic in the playoffs.
But that was also great because you got to see Reggie Miller at his finest when Michael was out of the league.
That's true, man.
That was the choke thing where he choked and pointed at Spike Lee. Like, that has nothing to do with wrestling. I don't know.
This is good healing from Reggie Miller. Yeah, sure. It was a great storyline in the 90s. I think that's why the NBA is so good, because it has like pro wrestling storylines.
It really does. It's getting, and it's like July. We're maybe 3 weeks away from, maybe 2 weeks away from NFL training camp, and nobody's talking about NFL training camp.
That's true, man. It's actually good, man, that the NBA season extended out this long, so now I only have to, like you said, wait two or 3 weeks for college football and NFL, man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm hyped for that, yeah.
Who do we play this year? Michigan State? Is that our big rival?
In Michigan State, in East Lansing, yeah.
We don't really travel well to the cold.
We don't, man. It's gonna be in September though, but we might. It's our third game, so we might have our. We don't even know who our quarterbacks would be.
Who the hell is our quarterback? Don't tell me it's that Dylan Sterling Cole guy. It better not.
Oh man, he's from Texas, man. I think.
Oh, is he hot in the streets? Is he as good? As Pickens?
He's not mobile.
Oh, great.
He's more like a Dante. He's more like a Jamarcus Russell, I think.
So he stands in the pocket. Is he tall?
No, but he's got a live arm, but no face accurate. And now we're really getting.
Can he throw the deep ball?
He can throw the deep ball, man. Yeah, I mean, we got some weapons, man. We got a really good running back, too. But anyway, let's bring this to Extreme Rules. That's Sunday.
Extreme Rules. Live
on the WWE Network. It's only a 10-match card. They don't have Intercontinental Championship match. That's the only time. Speaking of Finn Balor and Nakamura being disrespected.
Did they get a match on the pre-show?
No, man. Maybe they might add it on Saturday or Sunday, but as of now, Thursday night, they have not added anything. The pre-show, I'm going to guess, is going to be Drew Gulak versus Tony. Drew Gulak's the champion for the cruiserweights.
Yeah, he's for a better tomorrow or a better something.
Does he still have PowerPoints? I don't think so.
I don't know. He has a beard now. He's got like a big beard. Is he still running for president of 205?
I don't know, man. That'd be hilarious. I always liked Drew Gulak. I'm surprised he didn't win the title way back in the day, like when Enzo and Neville were fighting for it. But
Pac and NZO.
Pac and NZO, yeah.
Wait, am I going to pick who I want to win that match? Because I will.
Sure, yeah. I think it's Gulak.
Man. He's got to be tough.
Yeah. He's got a mountain man beard, so I got to respect that.
Wait, is he fighting Tony Nese?
Yeah, he's got abs.
Okay.
that's all. Yeah, that's all I know.
Okay. I'm supposed to be doing a live report on 205. I promise one day I will watch the show and I'll give you a synopsis. I know that Arya Davari is a tool, and he's a douche, and yeah, he's on there too. That's all I got.
Drake Maverick's still the GM somehow.
He is, but he may lose. I don't know. He's the 24/7 champion. He's really smiting his wife. But I
How
guess
about Drake Maverick's wife, man? She's becoming a star.
is she even signed to them, or is she like Sarah when she was with the? Is she like gonna? What is she's a wrestler, right? But not like.
She was in the first Mae Young Classic or second one. I think she lost in her first match, but yeah, she's a wrestler.
But is she signed to NXT?
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Well, she's really you know what? Never mind.
She's a married man. She's a nice, yeah.
Is she really married to him though? Are they really married?
I think so, man. I don't know if it's a work or a shoot, man. If that's like good for Drake Maverick, man. If he got to put a ring on that, man, that's props for Drake.
She's a lovely lady, and he's got they're playing to consummate the relationship, marriage, and she's miserable. That's good TV. I like it. I mean, maybe they do it where everyone that wears that title gets like a solid run with it, and you see nothing but schoolboy roll-ups.
It's the unstoppable 24/7 move. Next up, I'm guessing one of these tag matches is going to be on their pre-show. I'm going to go with the Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the New Day versus Heavy Machinery, a triple threat tag match for the SmackDown Championship.
I hope that's actually on Extreme Rules because then I won't get to watch it.
I'm still not sold on Heavy Machinery, man. I don't know if.
I like them. I mean, I don't dislike. I'm just not sold on them.
I just can't. I mean, I'm trying to laugh at some of their jokes. It's like, okay, I get it. They're okay wrestlers, but I don't know, man.
It's like some of those SNL sketches that just aren't funny.
Yeah, it's just not hitting with me right now, man. I see why people start laughing. He does like the worm in there, and I'm just not sold on it.
Yeah, how you gonna disrespect the dead man? R.I.P. Brian Lawler. Is that his name?
Yeah, Brian Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's called the Caterpillar. Newsflash.
Oh yeah.
Same move.
Yeah, dude. Same thing.
I don't dislike Heavy Machinery, but I'm not buying it. I don't think the other guy, whichever Tucky, I don't think he's great. Do your kids like Heavy Machinery?
They have not been paying this. Check out. They see the New Day and they'd probably root for them because they like the New Day.
Well, do you want to see the New Day win this match?
I still feel like this match really doesn't have much heat, but yeah, I'd like to see the New Day or Daniel Bryan or Rowan win. So
who you picking?
I'll go with Bryan and Rowan. I don't know why.
On my pick.
Bryan's just like biting his tongue for the tag team, and good for Rowan, but
I want them to win. I'm picking them to win just because it's like back and forth. I got to stop letting people control my emotions. Like people have given me reasons why they don't like Daniel Bryan, and I'm like, well, why? How do you not like a guy who, for one, lives a vegan lifestyle, which has nothing to do with it, and then he comes out and he can destroy in the ring a guy that came back from a career-ending injury or nearly career-ending, hot wife, and then he's got a guy that doesn't even talk. I mean, that's just cooler to me than the New Day. I'm sorry. Like, he owns people on the mic still. He can wrestle, and he's over. As a heel, he gets more cheers than, well, no, everyone actually gets cheers now. They're supposed to get cheers. I just like them. I hope they win. I want them to win. I don't want the New Day to win another title. I just feel like I don't think it's almost like LeBron. If LeBron never wins another championship, it doesn't matter. His legacy is already cemented. The New Day have been 5-time tag champs. They don't need another title run right now. Because then, like, who's going to beat them? Heavy Machinery? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a lick of sense if you ask me.
Speaking of liquor sense, who answered Aleister Black's call? Cesaro. Cesaro was the one who knocked it. I kind of like that. I mean, I thought everyone was saying Randy Orton or Bray Wyatt, but that was just kind of a swerve, and I think it's gonna be a damn good wrestling match. Black and Cesaro.
Yeah. He showed up in that like white, like the opposite. So Black's in all black, white, and then Cesaro comes in, and I watched that twice. That video reveal, and he's like walking around, but you could see it because he used to pace like that, I think, at one point. I don't remember why. It was part of his entrance. Or no, he would do it. They had him as like this double agent or whatever he was. And then he sits down with the mouthpiece and he's got that crazy smile. And he's like, I'm here to pick a fight. And I'm like, this is the start. This is way better than Cesaro versus Sheamus. I'm sorry. This is gonna be a great feud. So, but who do you pick in the win though?
Nah, probably Black, but damn, man, I want Cesaro to win, dude, because I like Cesaro as a singles wrestler. I want to see him get a good like run to like a U.S. title or IC title, or maybe even like a feud of Kofi Kingston or something, but or
Yeah,
someone at the top, because I think he's such a good wrestler, and I think he did really good in the tag division, but it's time for him to shine as a singles wrestler. But I'll take Black. What about you?
I'll just go with Cesaro to go against your will. I know Aleister Black's, he's the new up and coming whatever face heel tweener, dark mysterious, but I want Cesaro to have that push, man. Hopefully, with these new executive directors, not named Vince McMahon, they'll look past his accent or whatever Vince hates Cesaro for, because he's a damn good wrestler and he sets
Mm-hmm.
tone. So maybe that, or even I'll just go with that. But if it's a no contest, I'm fine with that too, where they just fight and then there's like a count out. That way no one loses any heat or whatever.
That'd be fine, man. I'd be fine with the count out. I don't think anyone would be pissed. Not like it's SummerSlam or like a big pay. It's just Extreme Rules. Like you could
Yeah.
do like a little pit stop in the story. This story's probably coming to an end at this pay per view. Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley in a last man standing match. Who do you got in this one? Or
Oh
do you
boy,
care about this match still or no?
I do now, and I do
Okay.
now because I want Braun Strowman to eat Bobby Lashley, like literally, because Bobby Lashley's just so. Oh man, I want to cheer for the dude, but he's just not. It's like he's so strong and so big, and then when he talks, I'm like, it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. I would rather you sound like Mike Tyson because I'm scared of Mike Tyson. I'm not scared of Bobby Lashley though. I'm still scared of. However, I think Mike's like almost 50, but I wouldn't want to get punched by Mike. Bobby Lashley, I could get up from a Bobby Lashley spear. I don't buy the character. I don't buy the Dominator. Where is Leo Rush?
I was gonna say, man. I was gonna talk about Leo Rush. Where is that dude, man?
He's on the shelf. His Instagram is hilarious. You should look it
Is
up.
it? Oh, is it, man? I know he had a
Yeah,
YouTube channel. He's posting like videos on.
he does that too, and he babysits this little dancing kid. This little like great value backpack kid, but he's not the backpack kid. He does the vlog. Like it's pretty dope. But I don't know. Leo Rush is awesome. Like I
I
don't
like
know.
Leo Rush too, man. He's on the mic. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I thought he could have been like a Rey Mysterio. I mean, not. I mean, that's the first little guy I thought of, but
No,
he
that's
could be
fine.
something like that. But I thought he could be like a singles. I mean, I know he's small and he probably should be in the cruiserweights, but I mean, I don't know. Ali's up. Rey Mysterio. I
He
mean,
fought Adam Cole once, dude. I saw a highlight, and I think it was I don't know where they fought, but they
mm-hmm.
had some nasty, like disgustingly cool spots, and I was like, so if he can fight an Adam Cole, who NXT at least is really high on, I think maybe he has a claim to what he was saying. Not to say that he's like one of the best wrestlers, but he can wrestle.
He's
You
still
know,
young too. I think he's not even 25 or 24
no,
yet.
he's
Yeah,
like 24,
yeah.
23 even.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'll pick Strowman. I, I feel bad for Strowman. Like he had a nice little monster push, and then it just never went anywhere really. Still hasn't.
Yeah, he's still stuck like in the middle. Yeah, he didn't have a title around his waist or anything. He just won the tag titles and gave up the next day. And
That's all he's won this whole like time as
I
and then
think so. That's
and the
crazy,
best.
man.
He won the best in the world title, but no one ever looks at that.
Man, who?
The Super Showdown. He
I
won the
remember
first.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a title, not a trophy, but it's probably in his house. I don't know.
Eh.
Yeah, so I'll probably get some popcorn during that match. To be honest,
Speaking of probably a match you don't want to miss, I think this feud's coming up, especially with one person turning heel in this. It's the United States Championship, Ricochet versus AJ Styles. I don't see how this match could be bad. This might be a show stealer. And what do you think about AJ Styles being a heel again? Because we last recorded, AJ Styles was kind of like on the shelf, injured, wasn't really doing much, and now he's back. He's back with Gallows and Anderson. The club's back together. He's back to being a heel, and he's feuding Ricochet of all people, who's a champion. This is kind of a cool feud.
I like it. I like,
Mm-hmm.
because Ricochet, they say Ricochet's only fault, which is a lot of faults, is the mic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So having a Styles who also I don't think is great on the mic, but he's got like that pit bull persona. So basically, in my random thoughts when I'm watching wrestling, I always think of Styles as like one of the greatest, and then I'm like, he doesn't even have to be good on the mic because he got like that pit bull mentality. Like he just doesn't back down. He's got that country boy. I will fight you. That's what they do in the country. They just fight. They don't care. They're like, what you say about me? I'll kick your ass, boy. Kick his ass, see, man. Damn right. That's AJ Styles in a nutshell. He's like a shorter dude, but he'll go. And I think them putting the club back together finally is really dope because the actual Bullet Club is kind of in limbo. I don't even know if it exists. And I guess it's like Tama Tonga and Tonga Conga, you know, the other two guys.
Tongaloa, yeah.
And then Bad Luck Fale, but no one pays attention. Well, those two guys are pretty dope. They're pretty awesome heels. But
is Jay White still in the club? I don't even the Bullet Club. I don't even know. Yeah,
who?
Jay White.
I don't know. There's another dude who has like I can't think of his name. He's the leader of them now. They just had this thing, or maybe he's the leader. I can't think of his name. He does this disgusting finisher, but he's now the leader of the new old Bullet Club. But the point is that the club itself, AJ Styles was always a heel in New Japan, I'm guessing, as a member of the club, right?
I think so, yeah.
So this club is ferocious. You got the Gallows and the Anderson, who never couldn't wrestle. They just weren't getting anything in that old regime. So I think now having this group and then having Ricochet be like 1v3, you know, he doesn't really need a group unless, of course, the Street Profits decide to fight with Gallows and Anderson whenever they actually come up.
Wow, man. That's kind of like, thinking about it. That's a good way to get the Street Profits over, put them in that feud. Jeez.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, like, there's a lot of possibilities. I think Ricochet should go over, but he doesn't. He may not. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Ricochet just because it's his first defense, right? Yeah. So he should win, unless of course Paul listened to Anthony and they're doing hot potato with the mid card titles. But I think he'll win.
Yeah, I'll go with AJ Styles just to be different. Just to again, screw your pooch. It's cool. Just because, man, that would be cool just to have AJ Styles back again, back in the club, and have some gold on them already, and have Ricochet chase it. I guess Ricochet chasing it would probably be good. But yeah, that would be hot potato. But
it's all right.
I think this could be a long feud. I think they could carry this feud all the way to SummerSlam if they want to. So
yeah, mind that. You got a fresh heel faction with guys that are decent mic but great heels, and then you have a faction on Raw because we don't really have a faction. We got Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins as a couple, and now you know what? Never mind. We're not gonna get into it.
Oh man. Listen. Okay. The Revival versus Usos. Another rival kind of in that Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, Elias, and I named everyone. That faction over the corporation, kind of. Yeah, I was trying to think of anyone else, but
Ziggler might have just joined inadvertently.
Sure, yeah, just the Authority Corporation, but Revival versus the Usos. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing this feud. I think probably the Revival kind of keeps it again because I just don't see the Usos getting the Hells back so soon. But it'll be a good match. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick. I like the Revival. I don't know why they haven't really given me a reason to like them. They don't really get a lot of promos, but I like them as a tag team. They're like your classic tag team. They should win here so we can drag this feud out even longer. Maybe we'll get more airtime from them. Again, new regime, new executive director, more airtime, probably funnier storylines. And the Usos are awesome. So hopefully out of this storyline we get the Usos at their best again because they're pretty dope on the mic. Like whatever they come up with is pretty awesome. So I'd say the Revival hold it and we get this. We can even take this to SummerSlam, you know, as long as AOP stays on the shelf or because he wanted to stay till SummerSlam because I don't know where Gallows and Anderson fit in the title picture right now. I don't know if they're even going to get the look because they're in for 5 years, so they're going to get their shot eventually, you know.
Yeah, I agree. What else we got? Just changed this matchup recently. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in a handicap match. Why'd you laugh right off the bat?
I'm just laughing at everything about this. The way that Nikki Cross, I think Vince McMahon likes Nikki Cross because she talks like Noam Dar. You remember how you used to like how Noam Dar said Alicia Fox? Like Nikki Cross says like Alexa Bliss, and I'm like, what did she just say? But it's a good little pairing. It's a cool storyline. Bliss is obviously the consummate heel. She like drives the car in this pairing. Um, Everyone's warning of Nikki Cross that Alexa Bliss will turn on her, but maybe she doesn't turn on her. Maybe they're just the odd couple of friends. But does Alexa Bliss need to be SmackDown Women's Champion? Because she's a Raw superstar, as is Nikki Cross.
So confusing.
Very.
I don't know
So,
about the brand split anymore.
but Bailey's getting a little bit more tough, a little edgier, less hugs, more fighting. Um, I think she may have gotten booed recently. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So is this Bailey turning? Do we get a double turn? Do people like Nikki Cross? My money's on Bailey.
Yeah, I feel like it's Bailey too. I feel like Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross really don't need the titles to
Mm-mm.
even be friends. They could probably go after the tag team titles after this, or do something else with them. So I like the feud though. I like Cross and Bliss, the pairing. It's kind of like it's one of the better stories WWE's telling right now. But I agree with you. I think Bailey probably keeps it. I don't think she's gonna ready to pass it off yet.
Yeah, they need because we're what a couple of months. Well, we're still a few months away from SmackDown moving to Fox, right?
Yeah, October 4th, I think, is the first day, the
They're
first Friday.
already
Yeah.
they're already putting they put Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross or Bailey both are on that show with that really nice blonde lady. I don't know her name. She's on Fox Sports One. She hosts a show. She does interviews. She's interviewed a lot of people.
Christine Leahy. Yeah, she interviewed
Oh
AJ Lee.
yeah, her. Mm.
Okay.
She interviewed Bailey and Becky Lynch. Like
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't see that yet. I think they're starting to do that because, yeah, WWE signed up Fox. They're just appearing on more FS1 shows or Fox Sports 1 shows.
and Becky was on ESPN. So like you're really starting to see like sports is taking sports entertainment as an actual sport. That was
It's pretty cool, man.
yeah, yeah. Don't forget Ronda Rousey still, hanging out somewhere.
She's teasing a comeback, man.
I think she'll come back. I don't think she's done. I think she's. I don't know if she's trying to make a baby. If she's not, if she is, good for her. If she's not, come on back and make it even more interesting in the women's division. They don't need her because they got plenty. They got Dana Brooke out here telling people to empower themselves and be strong, and they got, Mandy Rose and her relationship with Sonya Deville. Their
Uh-huh.
friendship, partnership, love. We love it. Picking on Ember Moon. So women's division is doing this thing, man. Doing this thing. Do you think that they are the forefront? Because I feel like somebody tweeted that they are the forefront. Like they're basically the main event now. That's what they're saying.
The women on the main event? No, because the
Yeah.
last two matches on this card are going to be. Well, I guess Becky Lynch is in the main. It might possibly be the main event, but no, I don't think so. They just don't get as much time on Raw and SmackDown. If you watch it week in
No,
week out, they only
really
get like
don't.
one or two segments on
And
each show.
Where's Charlotte Flair been? I haven't seen or
Someone
heard.
said she was on a dark match on SmackDown, but I guess she took some time off. I'm guessing with on Andrade.
Did you
I don't know.
say that Charlotte Flair wrestled in a dark match?
That's what they
Charlotte
said, man. That's what I read. I saw on Reddit or Twitter or in the comment section. I saw it somewhere. I was like, I glanced past. I was like, okay.
now that's weird.
It's kind of weird. I don't know. I think she's taking some
Maybe
time
because
off. I think.
she took the time off, so it's like a ring rust thing. But she's Charlotte freaking Flair.
We didn't even talk about if Sasha Banks might come back on Sunday.
Hey man, what are you talking about? Sasha Banks might come back on Sunday because Bailey does need a friend.
Yep.
So, but was she? Did Dean Ambrose come back? He didn't come back until like right before SummerSlam. This is Dean Ambrose, not John Moxley. Um,
He was mad he
is
got rushed back, according to that podcast.
because Nikki said that Bailey needed to find a friend. Well, her and Sasha never stopped being friends, and they're saying Sasha eventually may return, which she kind of took her ball and went home. If anyone took their ball and went home, it was her. Like,
But Seth Rollins said John Moxley did that.
yeah, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't take his ball and go home. He
I
just
guess the complete opposite of what he did. Actually, he worked out his contract. That didn't make. It's like
he
Rollins.
left the ball with you guys. He said, "Here's my ball. You can have it. I'm gonna go wrestle over here." And I mean, in the process, I'm gonna explain why I left. And these are the real. I mean, he could have, like, he didn't have to do that, but he told the truth. It's not like he lied. He's like, I just didn't like the way things were going. Now, what if he would have stayed and Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff take over? Do you think it would have been different? Do you think his mind might have been differently changed? He could come back. Maybe CM Punk could come back. I don't care if CM Punk comes back, by the way. If he never wrestles another day in his life, again, it's the LeBron theory. Your legacy's already been cemented. Sorry you never got the main event of WrestleMania. Look, jobbing to The Undertaker should be a lifetime legacy for anyone if you lose to him at WrestleMania. Even though the streak is broken, it wasn't broken when you lost. So you can stay away and you can be the whiny little crybaby that you were. All that stuff. No one, people still cheer for him. Like they were cheering for him during a women's match. That's what happened. I think Bayley was fighting Nikki Cross, or someone was fighting Nikki Cross, and they started chanting CM Punk, and I was
I
like,
did. That was just recently. That was a New Jersey crowd. I don't know what's up with them.
I
It's
said,
weird.
really? Like, come on, dude. It's now been like 5 years, I want to say.
Yeah, before WrestleMania 30. Yeah, but after the Rumble before that, Royal Rumble after that was his last match.
Give it up, man. If he pops back up, cool, great. But do we really need him to come back? No, I don't think so.
Not at all, man. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. It might make a difference for AEW though. This is
If he
our
comes
next.
back to AEW, that'll be gnarly. I would pop if he came back no matter what. I know Bret Hart came back. Under Ultimate Warrior came back. Hell, who's the guy? Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Bruno Sammartino came back, but
Mm-hmm.
WWE doesn't need CM Punk. I'll take AJ Lee if she wants to wrestle. That's fine, but yeah, they don't need him. They got enough talent. They're good. What? Why do we keep getting sidetracked?
There's no producer. It's Anthony's fault for not being here. It's going off the rails, but no, it's not really his fault at all. It's typical Bros Rebels shenanigans. 99.99.5 episodes in.
Wait, pick the whoever you wanted to win. Did we even talk about the match that we just were talking? What match did we just talk about?
We almost completely skipped over Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe, and I was going to tell we only had 2 matches left, but now we have 3. Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. Damn, Samoa Joe's so freaking good on the mic, man. But I just don't know if he can stay healthy. I think that's his bugaboo, man. It's like he can't stay healthy, man. He's such a good freaking heel, man. He should have been champion already. He should have been WWE champion already. It's just sad that he hasn't been champion yet, but. I don't think he's gonna get over on Kofi. Not on SummerSlam. I'm not on Extreme Rules. I'd like it. I'd root for it. I'd be happy if he beat Kofi, but I'll pick Kofi on Sunday. What about you?
I got to side with you.
I like Kofi for the record.
That's fine. I don't know, man. New Day just rubs me wrong, but then I like them and I don't. They do funny things and they throw pancakes at me, and I'm just like, I don't want your pancakes. Came out and chunk it. But in the interest of fairness, I will say that I agree with you. The only knock on Samoa Joe is he can't stay healthy, and I know WWE, no matter what changes are being made, they just don't like to put the title on people that can't stay in the ring. So this right here is just a build of Kofi's legacy, which means Kofi's gonna win. I don't know how, but he's gonna win. And then Samoa Joe will just go back to Monday Night Raw where he came from. And yeah, I mean they're kind of telling their hand here. It'd be cool if he won.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kofi wins again. That's another great wrestler on his belt. Dolph Ziggler's a good wrestler. He beat someone else. He beat Kevin Owens. I mean, he beat Daniel Bryan for the title. So unfortunately, in the interest of promoting Kofi, WWE is shunning all these great wrestlers.
True.
I'm gonna start a beef about that.
There's a tweet about that. 2 more matches. I don't know which one's going to go on last. I have a feeling Undertaker Roman Reigns is going to go on last. So I'll say Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Winner takes all. Extreme Rules match. Is there any chance Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans pull off the upset?
I hope not. I really do. I would always say that Baron Corbin is on the up and up, and I was just saying he was on. And at first I was like, yeah, and I didn't know. I was like, do I like this guy? And then the more I was like, I don't like this guy. He's a great heel. He's a terrible wrestler. ish, and now he's paired with an even more terrible, greener wrestler. So it's like, why would you put those two over? But he's getting a monster push. Matter of fact, the Young Bucks themselves on the latest episode of either Being the Elite or Road to, let's say Being the Elite, made a complete mockery and sham of this entire storyline by saying that some girl, the librarian, whoever she is, she's an AEW something, should be at the top of their card. She should be involved. It's funny. You should watch it. It's like the intro to Being the Elite. It is Being the Elite, actually. It's hilarious. Because she comes out, she's like, thank you. And they're like, yeah, you're doing great. So you know what? We're going to book you at the top of the show. You know what? Fight for the Fallen, you're going to be in the main event. You know what? All in two, main event. Hey, you know what? We're going to put you in the boyfriend-girlfriend couple where you're going to be the face of the company. You're going to do all the talking. And they just kept going on and on about it. This is what they're getting with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. He didn't even talk in their last promo. She did all the talking. I know she's over. I know she's cool. But 3 years ago, she was wearing steampunk clothes. Let's not forget that. And now she's like rogue. Is she supposed to be rogue? I don't even know what she wears anymore. I don't hate Becky Lynch. I think they're going to win. I just don't understand why Seth Rollins is not doing more. This is like his first title run. Like, he doesn't have to do anything.
He's totally taking a back seat to Becky Lynch, man. It's kind of weird. He's like totally like second fiddle, which is cool because I like Becky Lynch more than Seth Rollins at the moment. But it's just really weird to have your Universal Champion like be like Robin, man. Like, she's Batman, clearly. She's out in front. She's getting all the glory, getting all the kissing all the babies, shaking all the hands, and there's Seth Rollins like holding her purse, man.
He's a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler, man. This is weird, man. It's the way they're booking their characters. It's just they don't have chemistry on screen, which is weird. Which kind of has me questioning things. But then, like, it's like, what are you doing to your Universal Champion, man? It's just a weird feud all around. I just hope it ends finally at Extreme Rules.
I really hope. Well, I don't hope because I don't want this to happen. Well, I don't care. I just want Rollins to like snap out of it. It's almost like he's been mesmerized by the fiery hair. I don't, and I know that that's being written that way, but I agree with you. I don't get what they're doing. Like, I'm down for women's empowerment. I'm all about it. Shout out to the women's national soccer team. Another World Cup win. I'm all for all that stuff. There's no buts in that. But why doesn't he have a voice at all? Like, the only thing he said in the last promo was what she said. And then he just walked off.
Like, come on, dude.
Assaulting people with a chair to backseat to your girl. Maybe your girl on TV.
Yeah.
She's doing all the tweeting, and you just show up and wrestle, and then I don't know.
Like, even in real life, man, like, it's cool to take a backseat to your girl sometime, but like, you gotta like, it's like 50-50, man. You gotta stand up for your. It's like 80-20 Becky Lynch, man. It's like, dog, like, come on. Like, if that's your biggest male wrestler, you're holding your biggest belt. Why is he being portrayed like this? Like, that's not a way to get Seth Rollins over, man. It's making him look bad, I think.
Very bad. Bad enough to have a certain man who may or may not be hibernating in the mountains of Canada right now. We don't know. Come out of his lair.
Oh, gosh.
Beast, if you will. To then F5 Seth Rollins. And hell, since we're now doing intergender matches on Impact and in other promotions, F5 Becky Lynch also.
Wow, I would pop. I think the crowd would lose its damn mind if Becky Lynch.
Damn mind. And I would. That we shouldn't promote violence against women, but for crying out loud, this is completely off. Sami Callihan fought Tessa Blanchard one-on-one and beat her.
I can't believe we're talking about T and Impact on a Broach Robles podcast in 2019.
Only because Tessa Blanchard is actually cool. She
is cool. She's awesome, man. Yeah.
And Sami Callihan's actually cool too.
That's crazy, man.
I have nothing to say about Impact, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't want to say these words, but I feel like Brock Lesnar would be better at Universe. At least
I know, man. That's what you're leading to. Good thing Anthony's not here, but I kind of agree with you, man. You sold it, man. You made your case, and I think the prosecution rests his case. I think the judge is on your side, man.
Heyman's a Lesnar guy. Okay, I'm not saying he's gonna do this, but just right now, I'm sorry, Seth. You had your time. You've been champion. I'm just not sold on. I never thought I would say these words, but I'm starting to dislike Seth Rollins. I don't know why.
I think a lot of people are, man. It's just the way that WWE's booked him. I can't believe it either, man. He was so hot when he came out with the Game of Thrones.
That was awesome.
The dope, man. Like the Kingslayer, man, the Beast Slayer. He had all these cool nicknames. Monday Night Rollins, man. He had that awesome Monday Night Rollins shirt, man. He had that great feud with Dolph Ziggler. The IC title, man. He won the Rumble. Like, he has all this momentum, man. He was
We
part
were
of the
there.
Shield. Yes, we were there. We watched that, man. He closed the Rumble out, man. He had all this momentum. He's part of the Shield, which gets cool points, man. He had all this going for him, and then they've been booking him like this, and ever since he's been with Becky Lynch, man, it's just not good for him,
Let's not
man.
forget that his shirt now says "the man's man."
What kind of dude is gonna wear that, man? What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
dude?
They're selling it.
What kind of dude's gonna wear it? What kind of dude's gonna wear it? What kind of dude's gonna buy that, man? Come on, man. I know it's 2019. I know he said women's empowerment movement, but come on, man.
That's so crazy. Like, that's how far it's gone. It's gone to the lengths of this, and I love Becky Lynch. I think she's awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
this is an insane storyline. Like, the Macho Man Randy Savage would never be Elizabeth's man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sensational Sherry was with the Macho Man. It wasn't the Macho Man. It wasn't Sensational Sherry and it was the Macho Man with Sensational Sherry. Hell, when Elizabeth turned on the Macho Man and joined the Horsemen, it was Ric Flair and the Horsemen and Elizabeth and Woman. Don't forget about Woman.
No, R.I.P. woman. But I think it can work, man. Like, even like Nikki Bella and John Cena was a better couple in this. Maurice and Miz a better couple in this.
They're
I think
awesome couple.
I think it's just the problem is Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, which is just they're just like oil and water. They're not mixing it.
The other one's the man, and this isn't like a sex. This is like the man was always his own man. I'm not saying he led the charge, but he was always his own man. Like, he spoke for himself. John Cena always spoke for himself. Who was the other one you just said?
The Miz and Maurice, man. The Miz always spoke for himself.
Spoke for himself. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
There you go, man. The couples can work in WWE, but this one's just not. I don't know why.
And it's making me question the validity of their relationship.
Thank you.
Over the top. I'm like, y'all just, all your kisses seem like stage movie kisses to me. I'm like, I don't know.
It could be, man.
You know, I think
Vince is crazy enough to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because he knows people love Becky Lynch. And despite you and I, just two guys out of however millions of fans they have, people love this. Apparently, probably love these two together. And I'm just like, this is terrible. Like, God, Baron Corbin is doing a better job promoting his power couple thing with Lacey. Yeah, Lacey Evans still sucks on the mic. She's green all the way.
Yeah, man.
I'm already over her. I don't even know why she's getting. I mean, whatever. The woman's right. Vince McMahon likes her. But again, we got a new regime. So maybe someone else will steal her spotlight. Ruby Riott is recovering from, like, I don't know, some sort of surgery. So is Nia Jax recovering from, like, double knee surgery or some shit.
It's crazy, man. Speaking of crazy, man, someone who might be working injured on Sunday, Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. No holds barred tag team match. This could go all over the arena. This could get crazy. I'll pick. I think Undertaker and Roman Reigns have to win if there'd be a crazy upset. Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre win. But what do you think about this matchup?
I just don't trust the Undertaker.
He looked very bad versus Goldberg.
Not in the match. I mean, it's going to be. Oh my God, that was horrible. That jackhammer was terrible, and I don't know.
God.
I don't know if that was Undertaker not selling it. I don't think he would do that. I think just Goldberg just wasn't ready. I don't know. We're not even going to talk about it. We'll just move on. I really don't. That was just, and I didn't even watch it. I just watched parts of it, and I was like, this is disgusting. Undertaker was so mad that obviously they wanted him to come back to help Raw out with the ratings, but he's already picked somebody that he wants to wrestle again. But anyway, I feel like he could somehow join this stupid stable, or he could turn on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the one that beat him at WrestleMania the last time he lost. So him all of a sudden helping Roman Reigns, I don't get it. There was never like I respect you now because you beat me. It was just kind of this is my last match, even though it's not. I'm going to come back and beat up John Cena. if they're really moving away from Shane on TV, absolutely Undertaker and Reigns must win. But if they're gonna linger until maybe SummerSlam, I can see those heels winning this match. I can see Undertaker maybe not necessarily joining them, but maybe just tombstoning Roman Reigns. I don't know
I guess
why.
that's a good. That's a good. Wow, that could actually happen. I can see it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll pick the heels again. I hate saying it, but I'm just gonna pick them just because I picked Drew McIntyre, or I picked Shane McMahon to beat Roman Reigns, and he did. So yeah.
All right, man. I think that is a 99 and a half Rose Rebels edition. Fight for the Fallen. Sorry. There's 8 matches on that one though, but I think
No,
we were up against the clock.
I think the Young Bucks will win whatever they're doing at that.
The Young Bucks versus Cody Rhodes and Destin Rhodes. So I think
Okay, the Young Bucks will definitely win. They have to, right?
that might be the main event. Yeah.
Mm,
SoCal Uncensored versus Lucha Bros on there.
that might open just to get the crowd going.
Kenny Omega versus someone I never heard of, Tima.
Wait, Kenny Omega's not. Oh, that's a wait. What? Who's what?
I don't know who that guy. And then Adam Page versus Kip Sabian. I don't know who that is either.
Adam. Oh, Hangman Page.
Yeah, Hangman Page. Yeah.
Is my dude MJF fighting at this? That's
MJF, Sammy Guevara, Sean Spears, aka Ty Dillinger, versus Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela in a 6-man tag match.
Darby Allin's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Fought, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, yeah, Joey Janela, and then he's taking on MJF's team of Ty Dillinger somehow.
Even though Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears attacked his role model.
That's true, actually. I don't know how they're going to explain that. I don't know how good old JR is going to explain that, but it should be interesting on Saturday night. All right. Well, thanks to everyone for checking us out. Anthony will be back next time. Maybe Ace Reporter Tommy will be back. And Theron and me will probably be back too as well for episode 100. Damn near spectacular. We have on our suits and ties, bust out the champagne for all that. But thank you for our international listeners. Thank you for people on Twitter, on Facebook, people on that forum you and Anthony are on, YouTube, HI Seats, Napster, MySpace, AOL Instant Messenger, all the people we talked to on there. And yeah, I think that's it. Theron, got any last words from live from Texas?
I wish I could think of something, but I don't.
You said a lot, man. Plus, you had a soapbox.
Yeah, I don't have anything left. Yeah, I don't even have a going out catchphrase anymore. I don't know what to say.
Elbow drop your friends, people.
Yes.